G'day guys and welcome back to the JFBS SuperCoach channel. Today we're going to go through the best 300k and less options in the midfield group for today's video. I've done a defenders one. Go check it out after this video, or if you want to click off now and go to it, by all means, whatever tickles your fancy with that. Go check it out is my point. We're going to talk about midfielders though. The next episode we'll be talking about forwards and rucks. So stay tuned for that too. But going back to this video, Jai Cully, first guy that's on our screen. Now, mind you, this is the second time I'm recording this because somehow my recording thing just stuffed up, which is really fun. So anyways, Jai Cully. We had a look at his DFS profile before. I'll be talking about Lockie Scholl, I guess. But if we look at Cully, apparently he's playing more inside mid this year. Played 4 games last year. If we look at his heat map, for his 2 best games, SuperCoach wise, where he had 16 and 15 disposals, it was all around that midfield wing area and halfback. So Jai Cully, a very interesting option. Only 4% have got him. I'm kind of surprised. I'm hearing a lot of good things from that Melbourne camp. So it'd be interesting to see. James Trezise, these guys. Lorenz Mead is interesting. Don't think so. Tanner Bruin is the next guy, obviously with his long season finger injury and his off-season or off-field drama, which we won't get into, but it has resulted in him being able to play, it's given him the opportunity to play again for this season. So, 276k. Tanner Bruin hasn't played in over a year. People had him 2 years ago, or am I think it was Jai Clark or some guy like that. Where's Geelong? Right there. But it's going to be going kind of hard because you've got to compete with Bailey Smith, Holmes, Atkins. You've got Warple, who's the new addition to the team. Ollie Dempsey's been on the wing. Maybe he could be a winger. We'll see. He's been doing a lot of cardio for the 2025 season. But yeah, look, it's going to be hard how he gets into that midfield mix, in my opinion, but I think they'll figure a way out for him to get in. Next guy I've got is Xavier Lindsay, the other rookie with Harvey Langford, who is a decent option at around 380k. It's going to be a very interesting watch for the Melbourne midfield for 2026. They've got so many different options to play with, obviously with Steele coming back, and they've got to play Viney. Obviously, Langford's there, so that's your main 3 with Steele, Viney, and Langford, and then you've just got to get your rotation guys. You've got potentially Rivers, you've got potentially Lindsay, you've got the Jai Cully who's been training there, so there's a lot of options at Melbourne. So just see what tickles your fancy with those guys. You don't need a Melbourne midfielder because there's probably not one guy other than Steele and Viney and Langford that is, playing more than like 40-50% of the CBAs, we'll be honest. Campbell Chess is interesting to talk about. I don't know if he'll get a game round 1. I think there's quite a few players in front of him. But if he does and keeps up that 63 average, I think it goes up to, around 340k. So he's already making 70k just based off that if he's playing every game. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how he goes in preseason as well, which will be good to look out for. Tyler Sonsi, please do not ever go near him. Jeremy Sharp, he had his time in place last year or the year before. I was surprised that Bailey Scott's 250k. Yeah, I don't know. Sardell Hooley, no, don't go near him. Thought about Travali in my last video. Lockie Scholl and not Scholl. That's not even how you spell his name. Stop doing that. Lockie Scholl was looking at his averages last year. Obviously played the first 5 games of the season. And then he just played VFL. So, yeah, look, an average of 52, which, not great. But if we're talking about... Oh, we can't do it here, can we? No. But if we look at fantasy... An average of 85. Not too bad. I don't know how they're going to fit him in that midfield mix because they're very deep, that Adelaide team. But I was not too scared to have a look pre-season as well. Sardis, I'd love to pick him, but it just doesn't give me any confidence, I'll be honest. Davis, McKinley, Holman, Billy Dowling, I've heard a couple things, or I might be getting that mixed up with Draper. But we're talking about Dersma. We had a look at I've got it already up here, his rookie central thing. Obviously, his strengths are athleticism and his clean hands. He had a 94 average in for AFL fantasy. But if we look at he had 24 disposals, 5 marks. He can play, I think, inside mid, wing, or half back, I believe. Let me know if I'm wrong on there. But he's a very versatile player by the sounds of it. So it doesn't matter if they have him down back, in the middle, on the wing. He's going to be a good option. I think it's kind of a tradition that we always have the number one pick on our team. So, look, we'll see how it goes. Henry Hustwaite is an interesting one. The pencil, now that Will Day's injured, who's going to step up? There's been a few rumours with Connor McDonald. You've got Cam McKenzie's going through. Nick Watson's been training in the midfield. You've obviously got the guys who have solidified that role with Newcomb and Nash and someone else that I'm thinking of that I can't think of at the moment. Ward. Yep, D'Ambrosio on the wing. So there's a lot of options there for Hawthorn. So I'm not filled with too much confidence going with Henry Hustwaite, but the guy below him is Ezekiel, and I think he'll be a decent option, even if I don't think he'll play him down back, so I think they'll be playing him wing. So it'll be interesting to see how Gold Coast plays it. Talked a bit about it in the Defenders video, but I really like the idea of being him on the wing because they kind of don't really have a solidified option on the top of my head. And it's kind of it's an okay spot to start those rookies as well. Next guy, who's the next? We can talk about Butler, Steele, Gross, Hanson Jr. Dan Annable, I don't know how many games he's going to play. He doesn't play round 1, but if he plays a round, he's probably not a bad option. Obviously, it's 2 rounds of games we watch until they get their price rise in their third game. Sorry. So I'd say don't have him at the start because I reckon he won't start. But once he comes through, maybe 6 weeks into the first part of the season, I reckon he's not a bad idea. When it's around 8 or 9 games where his first price rise will get there. You've got Sam Cumming and Sam Grill, the 2 Richmond rookies. I really like them both. Obviously, Richmond went to the draft going, we need speed. Let's get Grill and Cumming, who showcased that the best in the draft. Sam Cumming was supposed to be the number 1 pick a couple of years, like maybe he was looking to be the number 1 pick a couple of years ago before he did his ACL, but now he fell to us at 7. He's looking at like a great player. Same with Grill. Talked about him at the defender role there, but I don't see. I've got to accommodate some of these Richmond midfielders, but I love Prestia, but I think his time's up. I thought it was his last season last year, but I've got a feeling it is this year, which means I think when it's kind of that turnover period where it's like old to young, I think Sam Cumming's going to be the first guy. Lawler, Smiley, those guys are going to really flourish in that midfield, and we find a home for Hopper and Taranto and get some more experienced guys maybe in our key positions, like key forwards, defenders, maybe one midfield guy who can really get the guys going. Sullivan Roby is an interesting one too. He's injured. I don't know if he's still injured, but I know he did get injured. So the Essendon curse is still going. And Jacob Farrell as well. I don't think he got injured, but I think he might play round 1, and Roby's good as well. So keep an eye out on them. They're just both 163 and 7K. So quite a bit of money compared to some of the other guys you'd want to go for. Dyson Sharp, the third rookie, I think is in my opinion, and I think a lot of other guys' opinions, is the most confident when it comes to having an Essendon rookie. And I think because he's played inside mid, that kind of midfield group has really opened up. Because it's going to be Zach Merritt's last. This is going to be his last year, no doubt about it. So I reckon they'll be looking to experiment. Sharp, Farrow, Sobe, wrong platform, Roby, and then you've still got Nick Martin, who's been playing, just everywhere, and you've got, what's his face, Fiorini, who's come down to Essendon. So a couple of guys to accommodate there, but at the end of the day, they're going to be trying to, get some gains into the rookies. Another Essendon guy, Nick Cox. He's been very injury prone at the start of this season, very criticised as well. So I don't know whether they might play him wing again. Uh, it just depends on his body, and I just don't know. We're lucky enough in SuperCoach compared to our fantasy where we can wait. We wait 2 games if players are going to be dropping in price or they're not making money at all, or if they're going to be making a lot of money. So the first 2 weeks are very important. I feel like doing no trades in the first week is almost a must when it comes to that. But Nick Cox could be one of those guys. If all goes well, he can definitely have a decent couple scores at the start, and then some people trade him in and it makes some money for you. I'm going to assume Murray and Adams, all the rookies. I've never heard their names, so don't know anything about them. I don't think they'll be getting a game. Sid Draper, a lot of people have been talking about him. I think he's got an injury at the moment, but Dan Curtin, obviously, with his big knee injury, where I think he's missing definitely the start, if not, I think halfway through the season, he's expected to be back. It's going to be interesting where they play Sid Draper on that Adelaide side. I kind of wanted to see him play. I think I do have him in my current team, but look, we still have 49 days as the day I'm recording this till the first bounce, which is not Richmond Carlton, which it should be. But my point is, we'll see. Any other guys? Jagger Smith. If we're talking about a guy that's everyone should be picking Jagger Smith. He's the absolute definition of an accumulator. He did that at his younger stages, or not his younger stages. You get what I mean? Like, he just gets the ball, and it makes sense. 74% of people have got him in their side. Don't know what the other 26% are doing. Maybe they're like me, talking about random shit and just rambling on about guys. But yeah, look, number one option in my opinion in the midfield, doesn't matter. I think case closed. He's the guy you need. Some other guys, anyone else? Will Brodie, we'll see how he cracks into that Port Adelaide midfield or even wing. I know Josh Carr's pretty high on him. And Ollie Wines is missing the first couple of games, I believe, of the season because of suspension, lapsing over from last season. But yeah, Will Brodie's definitely an option. Patrick Rechko. Oh, he's down at the flex here. Let's get rid of a few of these guys. Okay, now you're just being a pain, SuperCoach. Where's Rechko? So Richmond got him from. We can look at Smiley as well, I guess. 2 Richmond guys. So Rechko came from Geelong from last year. We gave up like pick 99 or something like that. So we basically got him for free. And a lot of people are like, why did we trade the pick? Well, he gets an extra month or 2 to train at Richmond while all the draft stuff is happening. So yeah, I think it was worth it, giving up pick 99 that we were never going to use. And we use it on Rechko. Now, a lot of people are saying that he's been performing well at Richmond. So a lot of ticking of the boxes that he's been doing over the preseason. So I'm going to say, out of all the Richmond rookies, I'm the most confident on Rechko. He's normally a winger as well. His fitness is elite, like endurance and stuff. So I think he definitely takes Camden McIntosh's role of being the winger, and definitely can see him there. I think he'll be better than Hugo Ralphsmith as well. So I think he's got a guaranteed spot at the wing, and I think I will have him on my team. I've got my team sorted at the moment, but I think I'm going to switch a couple guys around. which will include Retro in the team. Josh Smiley, obviously injury prone all last year, was able to play 2 games of VFL last year. We can have a look. It's not Sniley, it's Smiley. Okay. Is it 2 L's? Oh, it is. I didn't know. So his 2 games. There's a 53. Did he play 4? Oh, didn't know. What about oh, we can't check, can we? Yeah, look at this. This is AFL fantasy here. We'll just do 2024. He was averaging a 96.5 all of 2024. Obviously, it looks like he's had a couple injuries there as well. Sorry if I was a bit silent there, but if Smiley can get back onto the road and get a game or two, it would be great. But I'm going to say steer clear from him. I know 34% of people have him. I'm going to say no, he doesn't play straight away. I've seen quite a few people have Jack Carroll in their side, which at first glance, it's like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I reckon that's not bad. But he has been playing a bit up forwards, like half forwards. So typically they will get the ball, but I also do believe that those half forwards that get the ball and like swing around and kick it are most likely to turn the ball over as well as those halfbackers and those midfielders that run a lot. Like, I mean, a clear example is like a Finn Callahan, a Bont, Nick Dacos. Like those are the guys that are going to make those mistakes the most. So I don't know how he's going to go. So we'll see. Finn McRae, a lot of people have in the forward line. A lot of people prefer Robertson over him, but we'll see. Is there anyone else that I can think of before I let you guys go? Apparently Zane Piker at Richmond's been doing all right. I've seen a few people have Billy Cootie. He was a mature age rookie. Is he in his mid-20s? Sydney have done that the past couple of seasons. So potentially gets a game or two. Talk about Lachlan Carmichael last year. He was drafted this year, which I actually didn't know. And he's a halfbacker. Definitely could slide into that role where Jason Johannesson was. And I believe there was no one else. Oliver Greaves, I guess, at 99K is interesting. Saves you about 20K. You can upgrade one primo to the next. But yeah, that's going to do it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's put him back there. I didn't mean to get rid of you, Retro. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if there's any guys that I've missed. If you agree or disagree with any of the selections that I've got that are going to be decent for the 2026 season. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings about it. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.